morning, guys. Happy August. I was driving yesterday back, from work, and instead of listening to songs or something, I thought, what I need to do is I need to speak and be my own inner shrink. So I spoke to my phone for 17 minutes, and through that soul searching or deep digging or deep diving into myself, I came up with a new concept, and this concept is called life score. Life score is a score that you give yourself on all parameters that matter to you. For example, if your family life and your conduct matters to you, you give yourself a certain score. If your personality matters to you, you give yourself a score. If your looks matter to you, you give yourself a score. If your language matters to you, give yourself a score. If your religion and spirituality are of any significance, you give yourself a score. And wherever you stand in life on all of these parameters, they can all be aggregated on a scale of 1 to 100. So this is very important, and this frequent assessment of this inner score is very important, because guess what, dude? Supposing you are suffering from things like low testosterone, or if you're suffering from things like a low production of feel-good hormone, for example, it could be because you think you are not that good, and we often base our own evaluation, or we give the keys to our own evaluation to other people. So why not take back control? Why not re-acclimatize to that scenario? And why not judge yourself? Because eventually you have to live with yourself, and that is the truth of life. You will live with yourself and you will die with yourself. The world will not die with you, man. You will die with yourself. So the only person you should be completely truthful and you owe anything to is yourself. So long story short, I gave myself a 76 out of 100. And this is it's not like I did a weighted average means. There's no scientific way of doing this. We just all know how good we are and how much we value ourselves. And of course, there are parameters upon which I can improve. For example, my alcohol consumption, I can improve by giving up alcohol. I can improve my work life by making it, by making more revenue than I do, by expansion. Number 3, I can be a better son. I can be a better father. I can also be a better human. I can show more compassion to people on the road. So for example, another thought that came to my mind while I was doing this digging is that people often say that you should not give money to beggars, because they don't deserve it, and you're probably encouraging them. But then I know there will always exist these beggars. But if I start giving let's say 100 rupees to a beggar, and I give 100 beggars in a month 100 rupees, that's 10,000 rupees. But how much happiness will I derive out of that giving of that 100 times 100? I'm not giving for the sake of them, please understand. I'm giving for the sake of me. And I know yesterday I put up a video in which I spoke of how people are asking me for funds, and I was a bit peeved by that. But today is a different day, and I have a complex understanding of these things. So I just want to translate it to all of you, because it could often seem like I'm a contradictory person, and perhaps I am. I'm not perfect. I never claim to be perfect. So the keys which I have discussed in this video is A, you need to have a life score. And we're calling it life score right now. There's no trademark on it. But it's very important to have a life score. And guess what, dude? It will take you no longer than 1 or 2 to give yourself 2 minutes to give yourself a life score. I would love in the comment section for you all to give yourselves a life score, and tell me one thing which you appreciate about yourself and a few things which you can improve about yourself. It's 8:17 a.m. I wish I start being a morning person more often. I think dropping my kid to school is a great excuse for me to wake up much earlier than I usually do.